Welcome back to episode 59 of Talk and Dribble. Last kind of official ep of the footy season. Obviously, we'll touch on plenty of footy stuff throughout other episodes. But yeah, footy season's wrapped up and the Brisbane Lions, the premiership winners. Ooh. Very happy Harrow out the back there.
Big quick round of applause.
Yeah, Brisbane. Absolutely.
Quality year. Written off many times this season. Early in the year, then after the loss in first round of finals, everyone wrote them off. Everyone thought Neil was done, and they still find a way to scrap back and get the job done.
It's a scary prospect, isn't it? It is incredibly scary. The fact that they were missing, 4, 5, 6 of their best players, or at least from their side last year. A lot of their players banged up. Neil popped a calf, a month ago.
Yep.
Dunkley, turns out he was playing with a grade 3 syndesmosis. They just had, a bunch of players out. They're bringing in all these other new players in the off-season and, they're back-to-back premiers. So,
and could have easily already been on a three-peat.
Yeah.
Like that Collingwood loss, they could have easily won that as well. So now, hey, we called it at the start of finals. We said possible three-peat could be on the hands. We did say they'd beat the Cattery in the granny.
We did call that, didn't we?
We did. We had a slow start. Well, I had a slow start to the picking, but we finished off very strong. So you got to love to see it.
Did you? So does that mean you didn't get any wrong after round one?
Yep.
Damn.
See, we had a rough start, but it's all about bouncing back. Bouncing back. You got to respect it. So, no, great to see. We're very happy the Cattery didn't get up.
Yeah.
So, I didn't see much of Catman post grand final, but I heard, did you hear something?
Yeah, I did see a bit of Catman.
No.
He, obviously all Cat fans are pretty flat, but none as much as Catman. Turns out the bloke's a sovereign citizen and doesn't recognise the grand final as a loss. He posted a video. Oh, bro, he was going off. He said, because he's a sovereign citizen, he doesn't recognise the loss, and Geelong, because they won the qualifying final, they got like a credit, meaning because then they won the prelim and then they lost the grand final, they should deserve a second chance because of that credit.
Yes.
So I think Catman's onto something. I reckon Andrew Dillon, if he gets grasp of that, he might. Yeah, he
taking notes for sure.
Everything else,
and you know what's the best thing as well? Say it was the other way around, he'd be thinking the exact same thing.
Oh, absolutely.
Like if Brizzy won that qualifying, but then the Cattery won the grand final, he'd be saying the exact same thing on social media. That's what's really credible about him. You
can hate Catman, but don't hate his integrity.
No, exactly.
He respects it. He respects all teams.
He's a man of integrity, so you love to see it, and he seems like a quality individual. So hats off. But we need more Catman in the world. Need to spread the Catman awareness.
We actually did get a second Catman. Brad Close dressed up as Catman in the Cattery Mad Monday. So
Cattery Mad Monday is just pulling in the views. Some brutal stuff right there. Baz back in the hot seat. Not his finest form.
That bloke just plays with fire.
He's...
Yeah, Max Holmes dressing up as Caro and then Bailey putting on his story.
Silly boy. Look, he's a silly
individual. Caro never looked so good or something like that.
Something like that. He's a silly individual. Very silly boy. And also... getting into Harris Andrews, 50 points down as well. Just a lot of brain cells in there. Like, what are we doing here?
Anyway,
but that's off to him.
Yeah, it was a ripper grand final. Like tied game at half time, 36 apiece. And then you even looked at the stats. Everything was tied. Same disposals, same, I think, tackles, same inside 50s. Like it was just all kind of lined up.
Handballs, kicks was all aligned. It was crazy.
And then, even the fourth quarter, like we were chatting about this before, Cattery were leading with 7-8 minutes left in the third. It was like something like 45-44 with about 4 minutes left. And then the floodgates open. Charlie Cameron awoke from his year of slumber. Man had a pretty shocking year.
Yeah.
Chris Fagan stuck fat with him, as he does with he stays loyal to all of his players, a lot of his vets. And he put in his best game of the season, kicking 4 and kicking,
Just some crucial goals.
Just opened up the floodgates.
Especially considering how bad they were in front of goal, especially early on. Anytime he really got a look in, took advantage of that. Zach Bailey just could have had the most generational grand final performance ever. Maybe cost me $270, but I don't care. I'm still not holding on to that. But holy shit. You should have
cashed out. When you sent that through,
I know.
I was like, man, you need to cash out. You could have cashed out at like 110.
110.
And I'm like, bro, Bailey's not winning the Norm Smith.
I just thought, I thought he may have done enough because he was so impactful throughout the whole game.
Yeah.
And obviously he couldn't kick, but he was doing so much throughout the whole game. And we're still getting on the scoreboard and then finished with 3 goals still. But obviously not. And he cost me a lot of money. That could have been another bet we had right. Said Zach Bailey last week would win the Norm.
Yep.
And he didn't get up. So, look, brutal beat for me.
Well, I picked Ollie Dempsey. And to be fair, he had a great game.
Yeah.
Just 100%. in a Cat's demolition.
Absolutely demolished.
I thought he'd have that kind of game and it'd be the other way around. But
you know what nearly gave all the lads a heart attack grand final day? Sam de Koning nearly kicking first goal of the game.
Bro, I thought Ryan Lester was on for a second.
The build-up was crazy. It was like 10 minutes and no goal was kicked and it was just getting more and more intense. And then SDK marks it like 30 out and we're like,
well, that was like the Dogs grand final in 2016. It was like first 15 minutes or something. No one kicked a goal.
Dire.
That's 5 minutes into the app, and we've already mentioned Dogs.
just mark that. That's a one already.
But yeah, no, absolute generational game from Brisbane. Honestly, that's actually one of the best grand final wins that I've probably seen. Like, just not just the grand final itself, but just the fact that they, got all the glory in a season with so much like turmoil, so many injuries. Their fixture was notably probably the most difficult out of any team. And Fags just gets the lads up.
Fags is him. And the tradition continues. Lachie Neale knew what he was doing with that cup. He knew what he was doing. Danger was a newbie. Danger wasn't sure what was going on. Neale knew what was up. And it continues. It continues. It's a dangerous game to be playing.
It is. You basically you don't lose grand final days on grand final day.
No,
you lose them on
grand final parade day.
Grand final parade day.
Damn right. Damn right. But
anyway.
Quality. But the only thing I was a bit narky about is we thought halfway through that game, like we could be on for like overtime or something here. We could be on for a generational battle, and then it just blew out and the floodgates opened up, which I was happy with because I was going for Brizzy, but still I was kind of hoping it was coming down to the wire and kept it somewhat nerve-wracking, but it still felt like we got some elite footy and then just finished it off with a generational run by Brisbane because Lachie Neale happened.
Yeah, Lachie Neale, what a...
17 touches, 7 clearances, and a goal?
Yeah, and most.
No, 7 score involvements, was it? 6 clearances.
We had 6 clearances, 6 centre clearances in the fourth quarter alone, which is just insane. Like
criminal.
It was a masterstroke in the end from Fags, but it could have been really bad. Like say Geelong were ahead and Starcevic goes down. Actually, did Starcevic go down when they were ahead? I don't know, but anyway, they made the sub at half time and then Starcevic goes down with a concussion and it's like, holy shit, they're a player down.
Yep.
They just got Marshall sitting there. It could have been really bad, but Brisbane, man. Neale really was the difference in the second half. Yep. He was fresh. Like it was one of the best players in the comp, just running around fresh while everyone else is cooked.
Absolutely cooking lads.
And the midfield just took over. And when Ollie Mullen, what's his first name?
How do you know what his name is? It's the craziest pronunciation.
Mullen went to Charlie Cameron because he was off the chain. And then McCluggage is like, holy shit.
He's like, got
all the space. I'll just keep 4 goals and 25 touches.
That was the thing. There was just like, who are you meant to pick? And especially Neale coming back on, it opened up for everyone. Like Ashcroft was so impactful. McCluggage got going. Bailey was even better. Rayner started to get himself into the game, and obviously Cameron as well. Like, it's just too many mouths to feed for a defense to try and prevent from stopping. Like it was crazy.
Yeah, a player like Rayner, he's just the epitome of an impact player.
Mm-hmm.
He can go a game without, because he didn't actually do a lot. Didn't have much of the ball, but my God, he doesn't even need the ball to have an impact.
2 huge tackles on Baz and Blitzarves, was it?
Blitzarves, like the first play of the fourth quarter, and then obviously that Baz one.
Yep.
Every Doggies fan just licked their lips when that happened.
Most heartwarming moment of the final series right there.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
It was quality.
Anyway, because we didn't watch the grand final together. We were at different events.
Yep.
But we were touching base and we're like, who's going to win the Norm Smith?
Mm-hmm.
We didn't really know. We didn't know after the game. But we had Ashcroft, obviously.
Yep.
Fletcher, Harris Andrews. I thought Bailey was still a sniff. And then I thought McCluggage could, just based on his stats, but he kicked, 3 junk time goals.
Mm-hmm.
Did you think Ashcroft was a worthy winner?
100%.
Yeah.
He was the most consistent throughout the whole day, and he gets plenty of the ball. But impactful. Like, literally, I noticed him more this year than I did last year, and probably last year was more of a lock-in winner, I reckon. But this whole final series, I don't think I've noticed him more than I have in these last few games. Like, every time he touches the ball, I feel like something happens, which he's kind of getting knocked on a bit early in his career for these cheap touches, which a lot of people will just say about anyone who gets plenty of the ball. But every time he got it, I thought he made stuff happen. He looks dangerous anywhere along the ground. So I thought he was well and truly deserving of the Norm Smith. Obviously, great. I was just flat out didn't put money on him because I think we said on the pod, there's a chance. What if he wins a second Norm Smith? I just didn't find myself putting anything on him.
I just thought Brisbane are so stacked. There's no way he's going to get best on two grand finals in a row. But I didn't actually realize how much of an impactful game he had until I looked. And I was like, shit, he's got 30 odd touches a goal, led in score involvements, inside 50s, clearances. He had a great game.
He's all class. All class.
And when you were kind of thinking who could actually win it, everyone had great moments. I thought Fletcher was pretty consistent across the day. And obviously Harris Andrews was great, just shut down that Geelong forward line. But Ashcroft was, as you said, probably the most consistent, most impactful.
Yep.
Man's a stud.
Absolute stud.
Man is a stud.
Oh, yeah. Will they three-peat?
Look, it's just disgusting to think how good this list is going to be. We're not even scratching the surface with it.
Yep.
Some of these blokes aren't even near their prime. And we got Jasper Fletcher and Darcy Wilmot who are just, how good can they be?
I feel like we are in for the AFL version, a Kansas City Chiefs era where it's it doesn't matter how well they're playing throughout. We saw a few seasons back, or even last year, how bad Brizzy were to the start of the year. Chiefs had a similar thing. Gets to finals time. If they just find themselves in there, it doesn't matter how good of a brand of footy they're playing. Yeah. You can't knock them out. You literally can't say that they aren't a chance.
See, I'd compare it more to OKC. Because OKC, they just won the chip in the NBA. And apart from Shea, is any of them in their prime? And they're this young team and they're just going to keep adding youth and talent. And they could win 3, 4, 5 chips. They could be the next dynasty. Brisbane obviously already won 2 and they've already got way more success as a team. How many prelims have they been to in a row? Since Fags got there, they've just been, probably the best team in the league consistently. And now they've won the last 2. So I'd compare it to that more. Because they're just young and they're not even, most of their talent is not hitting their prime.
True. Yeah, but I think that's similar with the Chiefs where it's they've got their Mahomes in Neil. That's got all the accomplishments and stuff, but now he's at a point where he does need to play hero ball for them to win. Yeah, he does need to be the best player. They've got their best offensive player in Harris Andrews, who's a Chris Jones, and then surrounded by just all these other studs that go under the radar.
Who apparently is the worst team in the Indianapolis Colts.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
I'm talking
about.
We're not getting into this now. We are not getting into this now.
No, I see.
That is a perfect comparison.
I see what you mean. No, it's an okay comparison. I think OKC is more accurate.
That is criminal.
No, they're going to be good for a long time, and I think they're a massive chance to three-peat for sure.
I think literally. Oh, and I want them to, unless it's the Dogs stopping them. I do not want anyone else stopping this team from three-peating. So I would love to see it.
Are they already a dynasty? Is 2 premierships a dynasty?
I think it's how tough it is to win one because I feel like you need so much to go right. And they're a team that has had so much go wrong and somehow still prevailed. So, look, you don't want to just be throwing the word dynasty around, but it's super tough.
You kind of always think that 3 is the requirement. But then they've had a lot of prelims.
Yeah.
A lot of finals success in the last, which a lot of finals appearances in the last 6, 7, 8 years. Yeah, 6, 7 years.
I don't know. I think they can be. I don't know if they are yet.
Yeah.
I think next year will be a big one. I think if they get into a grand final, win or loss, I still think that is huge. But I feel like that 3's the bar to hit.
Yep.
I don't know though, but I don't know. I want them to be a dynasty. I reckon they've got every chance to. Probably not yet, but they are super close and easily have the best chance to become a dynasty very soon.
No, especially when they had Oscar Allen, Sam Draper, get Kitty Coleman back. Maybe Tom Duday stays healthy.
Yep.
Gets healthy.
Scary times.
Oh, bro. They're scary. Noah Ainsworth, Jack Payne.
It's criminal.
Sick.
It actually makes me sick.
I'll tell you what, big sliding doors moment. Thought I'd just throw this out there. Josh Dunkley. What a stud. What a man. Obviously, it was a bit tough for Doggies fans watching one team have Baz, one team have Dunks, just 2 studs going at it on grand final day. But we love Dunks. Think Sydney Swans could have had him back in the day. He nominated as a father-son for Sydney. And they were like,
no, we're okay.
Knocked him back. Idiots.
Didn't fit the blood culture of him.
And then, obviously, he played for the Dogs, won a premiership in his first year in 2016. And then he requested a trade at the end of the 2020 season to Essendon. Oh, Jesus. Talk about sliding doors moments. Imagine that happened.
God.
Anyway, Essendon offered pick 7 and a future second rounder, which we said, no. Said, we're going to keep our Dunks. We know he wants to leave, but we're going to keep him.
Mm-hmm.
Then he was in that team in 2021 that went to the premiership and we lost to Melbourne. And then he won the 2022 BNF for us and then went on his way. And it was like an amicable kind of...
the most respectful way you could possibly ever do it.
He was the best. And that's why we still love him.
You look at the way it happened with Battle last year with the Saints, and then you look at the way it happened with Dunks with us. It's just like, that's how you do it. Yeah, that's how you do it. It's all respect.
And honest about it, but then he put his best foot forward and it was his best career year.
Mm-hmm.
And then obviously requested a trade to Brisbane and has been there for 3 years. They've been in a grand final every year and they've won their last 2.
He's had 5 premiership appearances in 10 years and has won 3 of them. That is freaking ridiculous.
That's great.
What a king. What a king. Another round of applause for Dunks.
Round of applause for ads and Dunks.
Right there.
Oh, yeah, we got a little Dunks.
Yeah. Geez, need to get an ads one. Yeah, 2 premiership players.
This year.
Yeah.
AFL and VFL. Got to respect it.
Respect.
Anyway, anything else? Anything else on the grand final? Any other?
Not. I think we've kind of touched on everything within the grand final.
Just a quick one. Is Chris Fagan just like the best coach in the league?
If I could pick a coach, he's nearly the top dog I'd take, because you get a quality individual as well.
Yeah, what a man.
That's what separates. Like, that's why I love him and Fly so much. I reckon they're elite coaches and seem like just quality blokes that will always go battle for their players.
Yeah,
literally have their players' interest best in heart at all times. So I love him. I love that man. He did the cone thing again this year where he's chucking down the cones. The crowd's getting around him. I'm like, how can you not get around this team?
Yeah,
I was shocked. All the lads, pretty much, I reckon 80% of the lads on Saturday were going for Geelong. Couldn't believe it.
Really?
Could not believe it. It was myself and probably 2 or 3 others.
What?
And that's about...
What was that?
Yeah. And how many of us were probably there throughout the day? About 20, I reckon.
Oh, yeah.
And literally everyone was going for Geelong. And I'm like, what is this? What is going on?
That's crazy.
Where are the good blokes at? Going for the good blokes. We're back in the villains. We're back in Catman.
Don't like that at all.
None of that.
Anyway.
Disrespectful.
Should we do some Hall of Fame or not?
Yeah, I reckon. Yeah,
Hall of Fame or not. So, a lot of different storylines came out of this game. A lot of resumes updated due to this premiership. So, we're going to go through a few of these players. And are they Hall of Fame or not? Okay. Start us off. Lachie Neale.
Yeah, 100%.
Oh, absolutely Hall of Fame.
Wait, do you have his stuff there?
I've actually got his.
You fly.
So, he's a 2-time Brownlow medalist, 2-time premiership captain, 2024 Gary Ayres medal winner, 4-time All-Australian, 6-time BNF, AFL PA MVP, AFL CA Player of the Year, 225 Brownlow votes, which is 5th of all time. And so he's one of 2 players to win 2 Brownlow medals and be a 2-time premiership captain, and the only player to do that in the AFL era. The other person to do that is...
Would not want to see what you have to do if that doesn't get you into the Hall of Fame. That is... Give me... Majority of the blokes would not have a resume like that. Right. Nearly no one would have a resume like that. It is ridiculous.
He's a shoo-in. And then it's like, now it's like, holy shit, where's this guy going to finish on the all-time list?
Yeah. It's crazy. Do you reckon he'd be even more hyped if he was playing for a Vic club? Like, do you reckon he gets hit with the Queensland treatment?
Doubt, bro.
Like, I think he has to. Yeah.
Like, when you think of the greatest players of all time, majority of them are from Vic.
Yeah.
Like, who is the best interstate player? Like, would it be like Michael Voss?
Yeah. Literally, even like John O'Brien are the ones you only really hear of. Yeah, literally.
Everyone else is Victorian.
Yeah, it's all Vic based.
So
there is a Vic bias running around.
There
just
is
a touch. Just a touch.
Oh, imagine Lachie Neale play for Collingwood. Bro, he'd be considered the spawn of...
They probably would be giving him goat talks. They literally would be giving him goat talks.
Yeah, so...
100%. Yeah, so he's a lock for sure.
Okay, got this one. Yeah, man, Josh Dunkley. Hall of Fame or not. 3-time premiership player. Just the 1-time best and fairest. Never been All-Australian. Been in the squad a handful of times. Won most courageous player of the year this year.
Yes.
Winning premierships on multiple teams. Yeah. He's always been like a top 5-10 player on a team. Wasn't in our 2016 year, but was a stud for us for a lot of years. Would he be in the Hall of Fame?
This is a super tough one. I think we need to actually have a good look at the blokes who are in the Hall of Fame right now and see how his resume matches up. But look, I love Dunks. Hall of Fame, I think it could be a bit of a stretch just because he doesn't have the individual accolades to back him. But, like, that's the thing. Like, that bloke, he'd be nearly the first picked by anyone in a team. Like, he is just such a complete player and will do all the little stuff that you don't find any other real midfielders doing. So, in terms of if I would take him on any team, 100%, I think it'd be tough to make a case for him to be a Hall of Famer. Yeah. But I think we need to compare against what other resumes are looking like who are in there right now.
And I think if you ask like his teammates, they would all be like, absolutely. Yeah. This guy is just, he's the best.
He does so much that you wouldn't even notice. Like he's a superstar.
And he played with a bloody, screwed up ankle, which is crazy. Okay. Chris Fagan.
Yeah, has to be. Got 2 flags already. Yeah, for sure. For sure.
And just transformed
Literally,
Brisbane.
Think how shit Brisbane were. Like, they were a tough watch. Like, what we're seeing out of West Coast and stuff right now, that was like watching Brizzy not that long ago. And he came in there, just changed the culture instantly, and is literally what we're talking about, has turned them into a possible dynasty, and they've got a real chance to go three-peat and possibly be in 4 straight grand finals. Like, he's got that on locks. He has that on locks.
And he won Coach of the Year again this year.
Mm-hmm.
There's a 2-time AFL Premiership coach, 2-time All-Australian coach, 3-time AFL Coach of the Year, like voted by the coaches. And has basically been in finals since 2019. So they were 18th. He came in 2017. They finished 18th. Then in 2018, they finished 15th. Then they finished second, 4th, 6th, 2nd, 5th, 3rd. They got to a semi, a prelim, grand final, and obviously winning the last 2. That is just insane. And he's the only AFL coach to win a premiership who didn't play footy.
Yep.
And he's the oldest coach to ever win a premiership. He was the oldest last year, and then he beat himself.
Just broke his own record. No, 100%. He has to have that locked up. That guy is a champion.
What a stud. And just a great guy.
Great guy. Quality guy.
Okay, last one. Will Ashcroft. Hall of Fame or not?
Are we going off like right now with his resume getting into the Hall of Fame?
Okay, I'll ask you, if he just has a decent rest of his career, doesn't win a Brownlow but is a pretty good player, the rest of his career, is he a Hall of Famer?
I actually don't know. Like, you'd probably have to. You've won 2 Norm Smiths and a Gary Ayres, and he's a 2-time premiership player already, and he's done that. Like, he's played 2 years of footy, so this is his second. This is his second year of footy. I know he's been in the league for 3 years, but he's played 2 years of footy, and he's done that in 2 years
and won 2 Norm Smiths.
Like, that is freaking ridiculous. So probably, like, and you expect that his career is just going to go more and more, and hopefully he'll be in Brownlow talks and stuff soon, and literally he'll be in All-Australian contention most years. Yeah, probably. Like right now, he's probably done enough.
One of 2 players to win back-to-back Norm Smiths with Dusty. He's one of 5 players to win multiple Norm Smiths. And like this is with Gary Ayres, Luke Hodge, Dustin Martin, Andrew McLeod.
Yeah.
And then Will Ashcroft, who's 21 years old. And he's played, as you said, 2 full years. Absolutely makes me sick.
Yep. I don't care what anyone says. Hall of Famer, right there. Hall of Famer. You can't hate on the man. You can't hate on the man. He has done more than what anyone else's best player has done in the league. So, literally, like, you just can't disrespect what he has done.
No,
you're talking about he's doing it in such a stacked side that has some elite midfielders. Like, and he's the one that stands tall. So, for sure. For sure.
Okay, do we want to do Will Ashcroft or these players?
I think so. Well, we've got Will Ashcroft all one. Oh, no, sorry. Yes. My bad.
What were you going to do?
We'll do that first. Yeah.
So what were you going to do?
Will Ashcroft v. Daicos.
Oh, yeah. Okay. We'll do this first, then we'll do Will.
100%. All right. So I've got who would you rather for the future? Will Ashcroft or these young players?
Okay.
All right?
Yep.
Start us off. Will Ashcroft or Nas?
I think... Fuck. God, this is actually going to be so hard to do. I think you got to go... Nas. I can see Will Ashcroft being the best player in the comp, though.
Can you see Nas being the best player in the comp? Like some people say he is already, which I don't think he is, but he's definitely got that potential.
He's got a good potential, but I'd like... It's
also team-based. Turns out how good will St Kilda be?
So Ashcroft is already built into this really good culture, organisation, a winning team. Nas is going to be the foundation to hopefully lead Saints into that.
Mhm.
So, yeah, in terms of the team around him, Ashcroft is obviously way better off. It'd be interesting to see them like switch situations, see how good they are.
Come on.
Look,
you
Nas
guys.
had a great year. I think I'll go Nas,
Okay.
but Ashcroft is going to be a stud.
Will Ashcroft or Nick Daicos?
No, okay, I got to go Nick Daicos.
Yep.
Obviously, Ashcroft has had 2 grand finals and been best on, but Daicos, he's been a top 2 player in the comp all year, and he probably should have a few Brownlows already.
Yep.
So individually, I'd say Daicos.
Will Ashcroft or Harry Sheasel?
Will Ashcroft.
Will Ashcroft or Finn Callahan?
Will Ashcroft.
Will Ashcroft or Matty Rao, the Brownlow medalist this year?
So Matt Rao's what, 24?
24, yep. That was our cutoff.
Yeah,
much,
24
and under.
Matt Rao is a stud. Going forward, he's such a force, Matt Rao. Like Ashcroft, they're such different players.
Do you reckon Matt Rao gets much better than what he is right now? Like an extreme amount?
Well, we saw that this year. He was really just this contested ball winner,
Mhm.
and that was really all he could do. He could just get in and under. And now look at his explosiveness out of stoppage. Obviously, his clearance work's insane, but his disposals improved, and he seems like that bloke who just works on his game religiously.
Yeah.
So I think there's so much more room to improve. But then there is for Ashcroft. I think if I had to pick one, I'd probably go Matt Rao.
Okay. All right. Will Ashcroft or Tom Green?
Good. For the future, I'm going to go Will Ashcroft. I feel like his ceiling's higher than Tom Green's.
I like it. Jai Newcomb?
Jai Newcomb's a stud, but I'm going Will Ashcroft. Will Ashcroft's ceiling is higher.
100%. Ashcroft or Will Day?
Give me Ashcroft simply. Like, Will Day, he's just so injury prone. I wouldn't want to pick a guy who can't really stay on the pitch consistently.
Ashcroft or Harley Reid?
Give me Ashcroft.
Yeah.
I haven't seen enough out of Harley Reid yet.
Yep.
Obviously both number 1 picks, but give me Ashcroft.
Ashcroft or Sarong?
Probably Western Australia bias because we're not really into the Freo players,
Yeah.
but I think Ashcroft's going to be better than Sarong.
Love it. Love it. Ashcroft or Goulden? We are high on Goulden.
Right, you saw the impact Goulden had on Sydney.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm going to go Errol Goulden.
Yep.
He'll be one of the best players in the competition.
He's still flying under the radar. He's so good.
Yeah.
Yep.
Right, he came like 3rd in the Brownlow when he was like 19 or 20.
Mm-hmm.
Give me Errol Goulden.
Ashcroft or Chad Warner?
Chad Warner's going to be a stud as well, but I think I'll go Will Ashcroft. Do you remember though, Chad Warner had one of his best career games in that grand final against Geelong. They obviously got spanked, but he performs on the big stage too.
Ashcroft or Baz?
That just gives you bad vibes.
I think Ashcroft is already way cleaner with the ball. I think what we see out of Baz, I'm not saying he can't get better, but his disposal, I don't know if I see that getting that much better.
Yeah.
Where Ashcroft, I think he's already a much cleaner player. Obviously, Baz has that explosiveness, but
I just can't believe how polished Ashcroft is already. And on the biggest stage, it's just insane. Yeah. And this whole final series, like you saw, he won the Gary Ayres.
Mm-hmm.
He has been a stud, especially when Neil's been out.
Yep.
I think I'll go Ashcroft, actually.
All right, 2 more. Ashcroft or Layla or Lawler. Either one.
I'll go Ashcroft right now.
Yep.
Not sure how good Lawler's going to be.
And then Ashcroft or Horn Francis.
Yeah, give me Will Ashcroft.
Give
me Will Ashcroft.
The Port fans. A lot of the Horn Francis lovers come at us.
Yeah.
So be careful.
They get stuck into us.
Be very careful.
Not like the Hock mob, but...
oh, brutal.
Anyway, okay, so what do we have? We had...
comparing resumes. Did you want to do that?
Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah. Whose resume is better?
Okay.
Will Ashcroft's or Nick Daicos?
All right.
All right. So Will Ashcroft, 2-time premiership player, 2-time Norm Smith winner, 1-time Gary Ayres winner, and goal of the year in 2025.
Okay.
All right. Nick Daicos, 1-time premiership player, 2024 AFL Coaches Award winner, 2025 AFL Players Award winner, 3-time All-Australian, AFL Rising Star 2022, to be 2-time best and fairest because we assume he's going to win it this year. Fastest ever to 100 Brownlow votes, finished 2nd twice in the Brownlow, broke the record for Brownlow votes and still lost last year, and then highest average Brownlow votes per game.
In history.
So obviously the volume is there for Daicos right now.
But on the biggest stage, Ashcroft's been the best player twice.
Twice.
And think, against midfields of Chad Warner, Errol Goulden, Isaac Heaney, and then Max Holmes, Bailey Smith, Tom Atkins, Dangerfield.
Mm-hmm. And you think of the performances that have happened in the grand final as well. Like Archie and Lohman killed it last year. And then you look at what McCluggage, Andrews, Bailey all did this year as well. And he still stood tall. And
Neil could have won it last year.
Yeah, 100%. And he still reigned supreme and won back-to-back Norm Smiths.
So obviously Ashcroft's his resume is just cracked already because he's won 2 noms at the age of 21.
It's so hard to compare.
But then Daicos, he is breaking all these records, yet he hasn't won a Brownlow yet.
Yep.
He's won 1 flag compared to Ashcroft's 2. You expect both of them just to kind of explode. And Daicos is going to keep winning awards. He'll eventually win a Brownlow. Right now, God, I don't know. What would you take? Because it's not Daicos has a premiership, has a Coaches Association award, plays MVP. Ashcroft doesn't have any of that. In an individual perspective across the season and the volume of it, Daicos is there. But then Ashcroft has played the best on the biggest stage twice.
If you removed the names and just saw them side by side, what do you think you'd be looking at? I don't actually know. I actually don't know.
I think I would have to still go Daicos simply because when you look at things like he's got the most Brownlow votes, he's quickest to 100 votes ever, and he's got the highest average Brownlow votes. Yes, that can be skewed now because the umpires are just giving the best players 3 votes every game, it seems. But from an individual perspective, that's pretty insane. But then Ashcroft,
he's literally probably won the most. Obviously everyone sees the Brownlow as the big award, but to win BOG in the biggest game of the year is crazy. And to do that twice, and also to do that twice in back-to-back years is freaking ridiculous. So, who are you picking?
I think I'd go Daicos by B's dick.
And are you going to say Daicos will have the better one by the end of his career?
I think he will.
Yep. I expect that he'll win another flag. You reckon Daicos will?
Yeah, you'd think.
Yeah?
Yeah, you'd think. Oh, that's tough.
It is brutal. It is tough. Brutal.
Anyway,
oh, brother.
What should we move on to?
I've got most fined players this year. Do you want to go through that?
Most fined players?
Yeah.
Yeah, all right.
Have you seen it yet? No? All right. Did you want to take a guess at the top 5?
The most fined players.
So the top 5 most fined players this season.
Got to be Zach Butters.
Zach Butters is actually not in there. He's not even in the top 10, which I couldn't believe.
Toby Green,
not in the top 5. He's sitting at 7 at $11,000 on 4 charges.
Yeah.
Jack Ginnivan is at number 4, 4 charges for $14,125.
Okay. Hapley
not in there.
Yeah.
Did you want some hints?
Any defenders?
Actually, 1 defender. Yep.
Tell you what. Shiploke Irishman. Mark Keane. He's got to be in there.
Takes the 1 spot. 5 charges.
He's a fined player.
5 charges, $20,750.
He's always doing shit.
Crazy. Okay. I would not have guessed that though. No. There was a comment section yesterday between I think Guinea and Mark Keane about the fines. I'm pretty sure.
Right.
So yeah, you've got the 1 and 4 spot locked up. So you got
4. Okay.
2, 3, and 5.
Bailey Smith.
Bailey Smith is actually not even on it.
How is Bailey Smith not in there?
I don't know. I thought he was getting fined every week. Are we sure? Chench posted this. Are we sure Chench is reliable right now?
Oh, Chench is always reliable.
They're always reliable.
Chench is more reliable than Woj.
They're the greatest account running around. But yeah, I was blown away. I thought Baz would have been locked in there.
I need some hints.
Okay, so we do have a teammate of Ginnivan in here.
Wizard.
No.
Sicily.
No.
Battle.
No.
Newcomb.
Yes.
Newcomb
at 2 on 5 charges worth $16,375.
Jeez.
So you got 1, 2, and 4 locked up. 3 and 5 to go. One of them's very obvious. Very obvious. Interstate player.
We did
just mention him.
Harley Reid
at 5. 5 charges worth $14,000. Okay. So you got number 3. This is probably the most difficult one. I'll give you a hint. A very, very disappointing team this year. But he played good footy.
Melbourne?
No.
Carlton?
Yep.
Cripps?
No.
Hewitt.
George Hewitt. George Hewitt at number 3. 4 charges worth $16,250.
George Hewitt been
So we
doing?
got Mark Keane at 1, Newcomb at 2, Hewitt at 3, Ginnivan at 4, Harley Reid at 5.
That's solid list.
Some other interesting ones. At 6, Adam Chera.
Yep.
8, Brodie Grundy.
Jeez.
And then 9, Matty Riel. Was his umpire bumping?
Yeah, he'd be bumping
And
umpires.
Probably the most interesting one, Jack McRae at number 10.
He's
When
like the
did
most
Jack
sensible
McRae
guy.
get
What
fined?
have he been doing?
He's the kind of soul. What's Saints done to my man?
Oh,
Ridiculous.
corrupted him.
Ridiculous.
Love that. Anyway, should move on. 2. Obviously, we had the Better Brownlow and Elly Kunderwood awards going all year.
Yep.
We've got the winners.
We do indeed. Did you want to start us off or did you want me to go?
I'll go Better Brownlow.
Okay.
Do you want me to go top 5?
Top 5. Yep.
Top 5. Okay, I got a bunch of people equal. So I've actually got like 8 players here because there's like a few equal on 11. Anyway, equal 5th. Equal 5th. On 11 votes, we've got Jesse Hogan, Matt Rao, M. Bontempelli, and Noah Anderson.
Jeez.
So they're equal 5th.
Jeez, even the Better Brownlow was disrespected Noah Anderson.
Actually, they're kind of equal 4th. Yeah, equal 4th.
Yeah, right.
Equal 3rd, we've got Cozzy Pickett and Isaac Heaney.
Respect.
Yeah.
Big play games. Yeah.
Big play, yeah. Well, Isaac Heaney only polled in like 3 games, but it's like
Just
5,
taking out
5, and
5.
3.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Second, we have actually first and second are both from the teams who played on the weekend.
Ooh.
Second, Max Holmes on 14 votes.
Stud.
And on first, the inaugural 2025 Better Brownlow Hook and Dribble winner is Hugh McCluggage on 16 votes.
That's off.
Good job, Hugh.
Jeez. So the Better Brownlow showing more love to Max Holmes than the All-Australian selectors did.
Yep.
Respect.
Yep. We didn't even
More reliable
have a few
source.
midfielders in there, but you know, forward representation.
Did we hear a key defender at all? Didn't we say at the start of the year this is not a midfielders award?
I'm pretty sure O'Leary got on there at some point.
Did Harris Andrews ever find himself there?
Probably didn't get a vote.
Sam Taylor?
Yeah, I think Sam Taylor might have.
You're corrupt. You are corrupt.
It's hard.
Ridiculous.
Anyway, Elly Kunderwood time?
Ridiculous. Elly Kunderwood time. At my 5 spot, I've actually removed someone because no one wants him in there. I had the fans at 5,
Okay.
but that's just boring. That's just too broad. We want something juicy. So I've actually moved up to the 5 spot. Dan Gorringe found himself at number 5 with 5 votes on the Elly Kunderwood this year.
Yep.
Could have been more. He was on close watch.
Yep.
At number 4, man played on the grand final on the weekend. Bailey Smith, 9 votes.
Yep.
Bailey Smith at 4. At number 3, we're entering the top 3, the big one. Some say the award's named after her, but not me. Not me. Callie Underwood at 12 votes. At 12 votes in the Elly Kunderwood Award. Hats off to her.
I don't see any similarity in
No,
that.
not at all. Not at all. At number 2, umpiring's never been better. They've got 13 votes, and it's second in the Elly Kunderwood, all right?
Who pipped them?
Who do you reckon's got the top
Who
spot?
could it be?
Who could it be? The Corn.
The Corn.
The Corn's got the top spot on 14 votes.
Oh, no.
Had a quality year, but then just had some shockers as well. Had some absolute mess. So he's taking out the Elly Kunderwood this year.
He's stiff because nothing gets past us because we listen to Fireball
Yeah.
like every week.
So he is under some microscope at all times with
Yeah.
us. So, but I actually can't even remember some of his bad takes, but he must have had some shockers in there to find himself on
he
the
just
Elly
hates
Kunderwood.
dogs. Hates dogs.
He does hate the dogs indeed.
And he
which
said we had
we
the
do
best
not
list
like.
all year. Which
So shocking.
Not
form.
true.
Shocking form for sure. So there it is. So Corn
it.
takes out the Elly Kunderwood.
love it.
Big year for him. We'll see who backs it up next year.
To finish off, we need to do NFL. Anyway, we got our worst and best calls of the year.
Yep.
So, putting this list together, there's a few more on one side than the other.
Not many good calls.
So, we should go through, do you want us to go through both?
Yeah, I reckon.
So, our best and worst calls of the year.
Yep.
Jakey, Hock will miss finals.
Look, it was a bad call, but then was it?
Okay, well, we'll back this up with 5 rounds to go. Hock will miss finals. He said Hock will lose 5 games, the last 5 games of the year, to miss finals, and some of those was against Melbourne
And
Carlton.
the big ones.
They had some toughies.
They beat Collingwood, which was impressive.
But they lost to Brisbane and Adelaide.
Yeah.
But you said they'd lose all 5. So that aged like milk, and
Aged like milk.
the Hawk
yes.
fans were coming after you.
Really? I didn't notice. Did not notice.
Oh,
Look, obviously that one was brutal.
Yep.
But can we just take a moment to realise that 5 rounds out, actually 3 rounds out, it was not a massive call to think Hawthorn might miss the 8. I think people were getting nervous. I've got a Hawthorn fan that was actually quite nervous and thought that I could have been onto something. So
okay.
I know it didn't happen, but it wasn't as wild of a call as some people would have thought at the start of the year. All right?
All right.
But I will take that. It was
They made a prelim this
Look,
year.
me saying that they'll lose to Melbourne and Carlton was pretty outlandish.
Yeah.
Probably not my finest form, but you know what? I stood by it and I stand by it next year as well. So I'm doubling down.
Yeah. No.
100%.
To be fair, they were only 1 game out of the 8. Oh, inside the 8.
Exactly.
But then they were only
Bingo.
1 game like out of 3rd spot. Like it was all close.
Yeah, but still, say if they lost to Collingwood, they would have been out.
Which we actually expected them to do.
Exactly. So, and that's the thing. Hats off to them. They had a ripper year in the end, but I'm just saying it nearly happened.
Yeah.
It nearly happened.
Yep.
Look, us, Dogs, true contenders. We had this right before we got our butts whipped by Adelaide at Marvel. Not fine form at all. We had them sitting in the top 4 at the start of the year.
Yep.
And then we were just doubling down all year. We're like, we're true contenders. We're true contenders. Had us in there, and we well and truly were not.
And we both picked them to be top 4 at the start of the year. So probably not ideal.
Not good at all. Not good at all. Very, very poor from us.
You picked Jake Sligo over Jai Newcomb about 10 weeks
I thought we were
into the year.
doing worse calls, weren't we? This isn't our best calls yet.
Fuck.
What's this about?
You're a flog. You're a flog. Seriously.
Yeah, look, that is abysmal. That is abysmal. I think people just need to realise that. I'm never going to show you love. It ain't happening. It ain't happening. So give me Saligo. Goat. Don't put shame on the name.
Great call we did make. Picking the Ashcroft brothers over the Daicoses. Mate, hasn't that aged like fine wine?
The timing couldn't have been worse because we did it. And then that night, Collingwood absolutely spanked Brisbane
Yeah, obliterated.
at the Gabba.
Yep.
At the Gabba.
Yep.
We had
Wasn't
edits made of us.
Yeah, we did.
It was the first time we're in the spotlight, really, of people really shaming us.
Yep.
And look at that. Look at that. Little, bro, give me some of that. Good shit. That's a good man right there.
It was a good call. Aged
Great
like fine wine.
100%. Look, I had Freo as minor premiers at the start of the year. I thought they were going to make this massive leap. Not ideal from me.
No.
It looked terrible. And then I actually probably even made the call worse because it's around halfway through the season. I said it was the worst call I've ever made. And then they went on to win like 11 of their last 12.
Yeah.
So, look, I just couldn't do a thing, right?
Not ideal.
Not ideal at all.
Not ideal.
No.
You also picked West Coast to take a jump this year, and you had them beaten Gold Coast in round 1. So
I believed in Harley Reid. I full believed in Harley Reid. I thought they had like some good off-season moves. And I'm like, you know what? They won't be as bad as people think. They were worse. They were the worst thing I've ever seen. They were abysmal. We did a start bench cut. I can't remember if this was you or me.
yeah,
But it was between Chad Warner, Tom Green, and Matt Rao. We started Chad Warner, benched Tom Green, cut the Brownlow medalist Matt Rao. The only bloke there to be an All-Australian and Brownlow medalist, and found himself winning a finals game as well. So,
not our
not
finest moment.
ideal at all.
I think there'd be a few stinkers amongst those segments.
Oh, yeah.
Jesus. Well, you said Dan Houston
Mm.
would be the second best recruit of the year.
Yes.
Hasn't that aged like
Look, after week 1, I thought it was a rock solid.
Johnny Noble had a better year.
Literally, it was abysmal. I even had Tom Barris in there and stuff, and he really didn't even stand up.
Year.
But compared, like, Battle wasn't in there, Johnny Noble wasn't in there, Matt Kennedy wasn't in there.
Yeah.
Hey, had Baz as the best recruit of the year, so that's a win. But yeah, that was poor.
We ranked Jared Waitley as a top 5 media personality. I reckon since we did that list, he's just giving me the shits.
Bro, I've never been more frustrated with a media personality than him right now.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is. He is doing my head in. And then just to go off and say a no dickheads policy on Dan Gorringe was pretty disrespectful.
No dickheads policy in the media, thank you.
Yeah, what's this about?
That's fine.
Yeah, damn right, bro. You stand on business. 100%. You know what? I'm going to take this. Because everyone's been flaming me. But a big call that I made, and a good call, and I got flamed for it in the time, was saying Port Adelaide's season was done and dusted quite early. And I remember all the porn fans just grilling me saying, oh, we'll see how this ends up in September. We'll see how this ends up in September. He'll be wearing the Port Adelaide dreadlocks next year. No, not this fan here. not this guy here. Stood tall with it.
No, it was decent
stand
call
on
by
business. Even you, I think you were grilling me as well. You said you can't put a nail in the coffin already. I had seen enough, and I was like, they are not a good football side.
Oh.
So, bam.
Jakey made his observation and got one correct for the year.
Okay, I got it. I feel like our bad calls get highlighted way more than our shit calls.
Sure.
So we got to show that we got some respect here.
Love it. We ultimately picked the grand final matchup and the winner.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't pick the right path, but we did pick it.
Yep. 100%.
And I think that just says so much about our footy knowledge.
Exactly.
About our passion for the game.
Yep.
It's about
we're locked in.
Yeah.
We're locked in. We also picked the grand final. Wait, did you say we picked the grand final matchup?
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, I tuned out. Sorry. But yes, very well done. Very well done. I love it. Actually, I had a shocking one.
Yeah.
Start of the year, I had Carlton at 5th, I think, or 6th. I was very high on their list.
Wasn't an outlandish shout at the time, though.
I was extremely high on their list, and they disappointed heavily. But hey, there we are. There we are. There's probably a lot more out there. So if people are watching this and think, no, hold up, they said something ridiculous, which we probably did, go back and find it, send it through to us.
We're getting plenty of feedback.
We are getting plenty of feedback.
Do you want to quickly run through some of that?
I actually collected some stuff here. So obviously, was it yesterday? We released
Yesterday I had
the video.
I put together a clip of you quadrupling down your Hawthorn takes last week, saying that Hawks aren't going to make the top 8 next year. They'll be bottom 9. And you're pretty strong.
Oh, yeah.
Pretty strong. I was backing them up in the actual clip itself.
You're getting in the crosshairs heavily here
because friendly fire.
You're being very Switzerland here, and people are thinking you are just full blown on my side, thinking you're a part of this.
Anyway, Jakey, got a lot of feedback on the specifically the TikTok clip.
Oh yeah, big time.
And yeah, if you want to chuckle, just go look at the comments.
Just go
about TikTok.
Go listen to them. They're quality.
So yeah, 12-year-olds just getting stuck into us.
That's the thing. I don't want to respond too much because I'm like, am I getting grilled by blokes that were born in the same year that like LeBron James went back to back in the NBA Finals? So it's difficult. You don't know what to say.
So what do we got?
So this is Jakey's Hockball feedback. All right. So from True Cucumber emoji, Jakey's in denial. So that was just a tamed one. Hats off. From 6'7", Rage Bait Final Boss.
That's quite accurate.
This one. Bro, he's good here. Nick Limp, denial ain't just a river in Egypt. Not bad. Creative. Blizz, just stay off this podcast thing for the year. No, I'm a podcast even more now. I'm a podcasting harder. From, sorry if I mispronounce this, Dominic Vensario Sabri.
Yeah.
This guy definitely watches AFLW and reckons he is a football guru. Or reckons he's a guru in footy.
Okay.
I don't reckon, I know. So, hey, what's so bad about the AFLW?
Nothing.
What's the hate about that?
Club's got their second win of the year.
100%, respect. I actually did say that was huge. Diesel, are you boys old enough to drink? I see that as a compliment.
Absolutely.
I take pride in my young features.
The skincare routine's doing well. Hey,
this is another one. You're caught in the crosshairs here. Poor guy. Jet, I just know everyone hates the guy in the red shirt.
Was that you?
It was a red jumper, you idiot.
Bloody hell.
So yes, very true. Very true. 100%. And then finish it off. Oh, there were so many more. We could have kept going. But Janelle, NFI. NFI. No fucking idea.
Enough said.
Enough said.
And didn't we get a cheeky comment?
Boss, we are officially on Jack Innivan's radar. We are laughing emoji sent into the video. So we are
like the big laughing emoji.
100%. So we are probably public enemy number 1 in the Ginnivan eyes. It's probably us and the Adelaide Reporter. So respect. But hey, that's one player down.
We're on the radar.
Another 21 to go from that list. So hey, this is quality stuff.
No, I love you.
Quality stuff. So we're obviously, look, all I'm saying right now is if I'm getting sent this, obviously tickling a bone a bit here. Yeah. I think they're a bit nervous about next year.
Hit a nerve.
Hit a nerve, just a touch. Hit a touch of a nerve, but there was so much. I think there was about 10 Rage Final Boss and stuff. So lads, I respect the hate, but maybe switch it up a little bit.
Get some new material.
Coordinate between you. A-Man didn't feature. He had some, I was actually pretty disappointed in A-Man's comments. I thought he's been on fire recently.
Not good material.
Not great today. So A-Man, pick up your game. Or Carl Amon is it now?
Yeah, Carl.
There we go. So good content. Anyway,
love to see it. We're going to have to leave it there.
Yeah, I think we are. I'll post on social media my top 10 later in the week. Just it will actually probably help since we've got games here today as well. So I'll post that later. But there we are.
Well, that's kind of our last official footy ep. Obviously, we'll be touching on footy stuff throughout other episodes. Got plenty of NFL chatter to come. But been a great season, and it's been great chatting footy here.
Yep.
And the listeners, it's been amazing. Thank you for your support. Tuning in every week. We're going to miss chatting footy week to
100%.
week. But no, we really do appreciate the support on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube, and then obviously the clips, TikTok, Instagram.
I know we're running short on time and stuff, but to think where our social media and stuff was at before the footy season and then where it's at now, that is just all thanks to the fans and stuff out there. They have really lifted for us.
Yep.
To think we weren't even thinking of doing footy. We were like, we'll just do NBA, maybe a bit of NFL and stuff. And then we did footy and it's been huge for us and we love the support and the hate as well. We get plenty of it, but it makes us. It makes us, which we love.
Feedback. We love
so
the feedback.
100%. So I appreciate all the dribblers out there.
No, the support's been amazing. We really do appreciate it week to week. This isn't the end. It's just the official footy eps wrapping up for the time being, but plenty more to come.
Oh yeah.
And we're loving every second of it. So
100%.
really appreciate it. So hit that subscribe button if you haven't.
Yes, sir.
Give us a like, comment,
little review.
Yeah, we love it.
100%.
Love it. Anyway, as always, thanks for tuning in, squad.
We out.